방에 등진이 손에 따와당지 방비시 단위 주는 등재가 과감대가 사태로 장대들은 쉬어가래 나자 수능 대화돼 지세 지어봐 나제나 지세 지어봐 나제나 대세 장대 조수수 나 내린데 제병 대제링이 전소 인터넷 분석이 우체배 러닝 행아비게 내린 뭐스 오늘 쇼니 존대네 대저제 바자정마 야타와 소베 산제 바도 자서 대마 대와 제반 지제제바 제반도예 카로 정와 나야네 하다만나 저정마 산제 존대네 대자와 샤자다와 상소 제도 자서 니조 제노지 사제드나 고바드고니 나나니 제드나 조저세아 제자기와 제와 상소로 온다이그만 조다 세상와 이제자도 세저는 보자 고반지대서 나마메와 양경보 주니지와 상소로 제조된 바람에 나의 샤의 생사자와 지라 사자서 너를 것에 봐서 마제 냥배 제제제와 상사로 님보 뒤제 제대와 강제 제대대와보 세나야 대장 대제 대제제라 상사로
My name is Karel. I'm a volunteer here at Kyabje Yongzin Ling, the Tibetan Institute here in Schoten, and the chairman of the board. So, in the name of the chairman of our board and all our volunteers, I would want to wish you a very warm welcome, especially Ling Rinpoche. Very welcome. It's an honor to have you here in our center, and all the lamas and Rinpoches that came together with you here today. Geshe-la asked me to say a few words. I didn't really prepare anything, so I will try to speak from the heart. I also want to welcome Brother Benedict. He is the how we say overste in English, the superior, let's say the leader of a monastery about half an hour away from here in Westmalle. He's a Trappist. It's an order of monks that are a contemplative order, so they do a lot of meditation, a lot of prayer. He will explain himself, his connection also with Buddhism. So it's an honor to have you here. Dear friends, today the theme is how, if I understood it well, the theme is how religion and spiritual practice can contribute to world peace and happiness. Is that right? Today. So, indeed, we live in a very difficult time. There's a lot of war around the world. A lot of the Ukraine, the Gaza, Tibet, and so on. There's a lot of war going on, and the question is how can spiritual practice contribute, help us to have less war in the world? I'm sure we will talk a lot about that today, but I would like to point out another kind of war against other sentient beings. I think one of the big dramas of our time is what we are doing to the environment. Climate change, which we all feel every day, heat waves, floods, and so on, but also the decline of biodiversity. Never ever so many species of sentient beings have been extinguished in such a rapid speed as is going on today. So this is also kind of a war, where we are destroying our own house and the house of our children and grandchildren. For me, that's also some kind of war. And as a Buddhist, we pray every day for the happiness of all sentient beings, which includes all the other species except of human beings. So I would really like to point that out today. I would like to point out also a quote which I found by a lady called Cindy Wigglesworth, and she wrote a book. She made a study about how do different religions, what is the spiritual practice in different religions and how do they contribute to the world. And she writes in her book, she tries to define what is spiritual, what she calls spiritual intelligence. And she says spiritual intelligence is the ability to act with wisdom and compassion while maintaining inner and outer peace regardless of the circumstances. I think this quote speaks to any religion. That is really what we aim for. And she describes 21 characters or characteristics of spiritual intelligence. And she doesn't mean really only intelligence, tawa. It's also about meditation, gopa, and about conduct, chepa. It's about all three, so the title is a little bit misleading. In schools we teach about intelligence, maybe IQ, right? Maybe a little bit about emotional intelligence. I wish that in the future in our schools we could also start to teach spiritual intelligence. This country originally is a Catholic country. But when we look at the churches today, unfortunately, the churches are almost empty. And its beacons, like Brother Benedict and his brothers, in centers like ours, that still are beacons of spiritual practice. I brought a book for you. Ling Rinpoche. This is the book by Cindy Wigglesworth. I'm sure you will like it. The 21 Skills of Spiritual Intelligence. I ordered one for you also, Brother Benedict, but it's still on its way. I will give it to you. But I have another book for you. The Joy of Living from Yongzin Ling Rinpoche, which I brought from you from Kathmandu a few weeks ago. So this is a bit all what I want to say. And my wishes for the future and for you all. Welcome and have a nice day. Thank you.
사도 집에 놓아요지만 리빈다 시체모 사디자들 유도 중화도 놀리시대 대패 고사자의 뭐 통지 체제를 받치고 출라 사자 동맹에도 대리 놀리 태체 티지쇼이 사질리는 초저로 뭐치 기스 댄들도 틀에 시보배도 뭐추 대리 배주 산에 티지쇼모 정말 손으로 시대를 시대 대전의 드네 다 취직하고 라체상 드네 이실라마 산내미 뭐 정말 손으로 시대를 드네 다디 친구들 중에 이때 저기 세다지 세반이 세다니 저쪽에 고사나미는 저기 저기 뭐 통지 체크 아니 손대신 데다 이게 뭐 중국 상안이 뒤에와 친미 친구들 세유다 세대대 지리시 ताचा काटचे सोचेंगे पेरी जैसे सुला जिलो रोचे जाते देवानुला नुची मोचे हवा नोबिता ते तुंजे डोली सुला बेबाशे बेकाजो शो जंद फेदेता लोगो नागरीला किमो निपाचे योचे पुरसे तो अंडापा नीचे पेटी नाजे सुला जिलो रोची शेचे अंडापेल तने गेदाजो फेवरे जिलो लोठी चेगा तने बुरसेल किया ताजी लो या लो नादेरीला साने नीचे पेटी नाजे सुला लोठी ताऊ साने ममोनोला लोची मोटी चिजी में चलामा तुला तो गेशी कंफे देजे तो साने ममोला ओलुठी से तो नाजे नोला ओदोच लोते कालो नोजे सेजो दिजो पासनी देजे मोटे तो तवा तले जैसे लोटू नोचे दिलो पासा तो जे सूर कोडे समय ताबा चिजु दतनी ताबा मुबी तादर ली किपि दुले तेनाबा कोडे सतवा शुये तेजे द जुडो जुडे जेगो कोई सा साने रोजु तेजे चकाले मांगे वसुत शेजिए साने पेरी 노라 셔드 나타 지슈 그리 샤테수 저기 사토 리메라 마티파 로로코토 셰제 예치 가자 셰로 저거 데디올라 중이 치시 남셰체 리메체 셰체 모어 세던도 타바테 메사체 데니 데미 롤링 게 친수 증인이 니즈 셰제예 대리 구사 저와 통치 첨바 주전조도 샤소 대화 켜판에 제게 동나샤이 빼져 시자에 적하라 강가 친세지 용용 샤지 중대 노아의 유수시 고토 도제도 칠리크스 파체 타저 지대 쇼이로 기타 노비 따르도 세리 파체 돌려서 너나 수진 지대의 셰파 리줄 화pen 내가 타이 파시 쇼도 쇼이 마야라 너는 영어 투제때 지제 권이 가와 주면 예산에 튀겨 봐도 성지 쓰나요 이제 코드가 가와 본집이 파티데 미 샤비스 셰퍼스 니로니 토모드자 농어도 근데 서여도 쇼게인데 참 먹고 싶은 노이 팀들 샤지 리용도 추트로 뭐지 주는 예모 권이 그이 그타도 승규 수사도 되대 틀리던 남아 쇼제도 지도 이점마에 대리 디텐도요 대리 차시적금 가도 먹고 가시는 게 셰추 다소 세로는 지신도 끝에 먼저 도제 코스 대지 규제 말에 현재 몇 봐도 너가비가 사지 치적 같으라 리시피 가도 녀마 디다의 차적이 맨더 기 시제를 비진노데 셰르 대지링을 전에 두문 니티 예셔다지 비트에서
몰라서 정말 참기가 시대에 있어주던 착지들 대리 두술 그 가정 그렇게 공쟁 그 야침 제대로 많이 톡스문 가는 동질 지고 그렇게 공쟁 그 불이 판단한다 지 리그 온기 두수 이제 또 가면 나서기 쇼와 라텐 지금 매일은 정도 투파게 뭔지 내용이 현재 옛날에 나주 그카와 공쟁 그 코프는 그 토프고 그 미도는 이렇게 자ten 용체 나서 땐도 또 주시 인가 공세 연으로 자라는 공쟁 콩그 투시에 동 콩그 투지에 그 파라페니 나주 그 카와 공쟁 그 뭐지 사자 가가지고 손은 뭐지 지 롱그 지 무시크 담am게 무시크 솔라니 지 롱 소살라니 지 간나네 프랙티카 온기 지 롱그 무시크 담am게 지 준지된 인그 돈이 여포지용한테 공부 투시도 마음대 연바 뭐죠 그게 데이터 리서치 때문이나 그 지도 로카바 공진 자체 몸몸은 그 착취니 데린드나가 공사 유전으로 초기 공기 용성 개입신이 지금 군으로 붙인 용서 아티 제주도 나초 공사 유전으로 그 송탑 꾸역탑 두겹탑 용서를 붙인 데린드나 페이지라 야리지라 나 그카가 공진 그 양도 머신이 차니 합종 가토 친구신 세지요 대동 찾지도 내 자주 종가동 지말이 지도 그바용지 농시야를 차고 농구를 그런 바르나 동치미 루바고 요니 이게 양도 내가 간다 정말 싸움이 대유지 대남도 농가 나사도 농가 생토고 마카데서 힘 또 받는다 지금 따사도 지 똑사 갈리지나 또 예정으로 좋고 내일 맛에 배나 내긴 통사 나비 투산즈나 유정으로 비자처럼 붙여도 우체비 맞춰서만 용기 이라요 유도 보바는 그래봐자사티 유정으로 공부하고 혼나마 가시나 레바찌니 혼나미 맞춰라 준지되니까 람트때 노용 그래 마음발에 지진이 그냥 당지 조용히 삼니 레바찌니 군대부지 도저 뒤에고 담는데 또 가속때 맞아라지 초스 보면 찍을 보고 혼나마 올라주니 주사지 이 때리 방 텍스트까지 정신나 요즘으로做지도 공부 소송도 송첩 넘버 2 맞서 타견 욕력 복합화 본진 정fi nur 똑딱 원반도 야사 플러스 포탈락 남마와 냥도 여던 잠도 레와도 판도 자시도 찾지되냐 넘버 2 투지체 I'm just to a little bit in English to say, okay? And today is very much I'm happy, and particularly I'm like a direct come from the Tibetan. Today I want to be a representative of the whoever living in our own land, plateau of the in Tibet, and all the 6 or 7 million Tibetan peoples. They're like kind of the heart or the form is eyes. Who is? That is the holiness of the Dalai Lama. And he is representative of the body, speech, mind. And today is that he is a superior teacher and of the Ling Rinpoche. His emanation today to be here and front of the here. I want to say, of course, sometimes it's different of the inevitable of the karmas. We a little bit different times. There is some as a turmoil of the times, and we have a little bit kind of the problems and difficult to keep our own land. But today I want to say, we are the father of the Buddhist monkey, mother of the rock ghost. And we have like found this blood and the fleshes. And we have the students, or how to say, it's like the children of the 6 or 7 million Tibetan peoples. We day and night to pound in front of the house and sending the morning and the evening tears. We pray. When we become together, exiled Tibetan people and inside to family to be together, and top of that, and our account of the periods, superiors, and our jewel, all account of the heart of the holiness, the Dalai Lama, and also his representative to be together quickly as soon as possible in the front of the Buddha. And that is that we are putting the hope and to pray, and also it's like to pray, to ask as soon as possible to quickly to do it, to kind of the wish to come together. And therefore, today I'm very happy and same time with the Dash Dele and to pray together. Thank you very much. And also the center of this Jeju Tajin, people like Jeju Tajin, Dalton Genson, Gen Setelok, Jig Book, Budget non-tension, Temple Chu Chimbo Chok, or Tradition Tachimbo J, Yongdong Gondo Jiba, the dog Soma, Temba Jitter Tong, Dela Tadip Mepati, Soma, Mount Pala, Chu Risma, but Tomchi Nam Sunzanji. 제레도 지 미스터 같이 파주거나 복합과 공정의 정서 제 템버가 주고 침보 이어진다 쪽 제 어제 신다 제지는 쪽 소마데 음바 송지 좀된 진주 연주 다 초도 나도 맞아 전타 주는 말 브라운 가마티 그 샤고 가니스나 로토가 지긴나라 내 마음 같이 그 대한 답아들라 이나 본초 니 전타 니라마 주 전타 니 만디 초가리 카르리 로리 너리 단다 담아나서 메까지 그 gan setenlo bezo ya ko no dela mister ni hin tapan ko tuje che karan che tele yang yedo ki no jan je ke yejong lo chok yo jaten jis ma che pa no ba chomba ma yan ba ji dumbling chu soma te jitter ko thanlam chanta yong ji ko bezo no go di no jan ji ko namba song chap namba ko yo kan sa song sa 통남비용 대동 디노는 지노니 마음 빨라 버카바 공쟁기 주질 리밋 소마 초가 리밋 소마 나도 초 마양 받지 땜바 찌든 제니 소마 참던 디니 그서 가고 쇼도 담니 아니 버카바 공쟁 그 마음 빨라 지진양도 좀그 대 땜바 때 던지서네 제로치 있어야 해지 대지요 되니 대마도 뭔가 좀 주지체
Hoshana, be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be at peace. Compassion is the radicalism of our time. World peace must develop from inner peace. Peace is not just absence of violence, but a manifestation of human compassion. Thank you.
Zoals aangekondigd ben ik broeder Benedict, dus ik ben een monnik. Dus ik vind dat belangrijk, broeder. Dus monniken hier in onze traditie noemen elkaar broeders. En ik denk dat alle monniken over heel de wereld dus allemaal broeders zijn. Dus zoals Karel heeft aangekondigd, we kunnen hier het
Welcome, Brother Benedict says he's very happy to be here. Welcome everybody. He says he's a monk in a monastery, and in the monastery where he lives, they call each other brother. Okay, and he thinks it's very important the word brother, because he believes that all monks across all religions are brothers.
Ik ben op een bepaald moment in contact gekomen met het boeddhisme, eigenlijk vanuit de nood aan meditatie, wat wij stilgebed noemen.
At a certain moment I got in touch with Buddhism from a need for meditation, which they call in their tradition silent prayer.
Want in de christelijke traditie was er op een bepaald moment meditatie was een vorm van nadenken, van overwegen en niet een praktijk van beoefening van stilte.
So at a certain moment in the Christian tradition, prayer or meditation was more about what we would call contemplation, reflection, rather than the practice of silence.
Er was elke dag tijd voorzien voor zogezegd stil gebed, maar dus dan had je de neiging om te willen nadenken en te willen redeneren. Maar ik ben dan spontaan op bezoek gegaan, dus wat ik eerst ontdekt heb, dus dat was dat je om goed te mediteren een bepaalde houding moet aannemen.
So every day in the daily schedule of the monastery there is time foreseen for silent prayer, silent meditation. But very quickly everybody has the tendency, thank you brother, the tendency to start thinking, contemplating, reflecting, and that's where Brother Benedict started to look for other ways how we could practice silent meditation, and that's also how we learned, for example, the importance of the posture to have a good high quality meditation.
Dus ik ben eigenlijk vanuit een spontane ervaring heb ik ontdekt dat het belangrijk is van goed gegrond te zitten en van laag bij de grond te zitten.
From a spontaneous experience, I learned how important it is to sit in a very grounded way and close to the ground.
Van vervolgens te ontspannen, dus dat heeft iets te maken met de ademhaling.
To deeply relax, which has a lot to do also with the breathing, the respiration.
En op die manier te komen tot innerlijke vrede, tot vrede van het hart.
And in that way to come to inner peace, the peace of the heart.
Wij behoren tot een hervorming in de orde, in onze orde. Wij zijn eigenlijk Cisterciënsers, zoals Karel al heeft aangestipt.
In fact, we are our order is a kind of a reformation, and is the order of the Cisterciensers.
Maar binnen die orde van de Cisterciënsers, dus dat is begonnen in de 12e eeuw, dus is er een hervorming gekomen in de 17e eeuw.
So the order of the Cisterciensers started in the 12th century, and there was sort of a reformation, reorganization in the 17th century.
En de 17e eeuw wordt eigenlijk in de traditie le siècle des saints genoemd, dus de eeuw van de heiligen. En ook de eeuw van de mystiek.
In the tradition, the 17th century is called the century of the saints, and also the century of the mystics.
Dus die hervorming heeft plaatsgevonden in Frankrijk.
This reformation took place in France.
Een belangrijke term in die tijd was anéantissement, dus niets worden, vernieting.
An important term in that period was anéantissement. Anéantissement, to become nothing.
En dat moet je natuurlijk goed begrijpen, maar het komt er eigenlijk op neer, dus dat je eigenlijk stil moet worden, tot vrede komen met jezelf. Dus maar dat was zeker een praktijk die gestart is en waar veel aandacht aan besteed werd in de 17e eeuw.
One needs to understand this term, becoming nothing, very clearly, but what it means.
Je zou kunnen zeggen vernietiging, maar dat is wat de graslisten zijn. Niet zo. Door oefening, door gebed.
So anéantissement is becoming nothing, and I think it reflects a little, makes us think about emptiness through silent prayer.
Dus door gebed zonder woorden.
By prayer without words.
Christenen geloven in God.
Christians believe in God.
Dus een gebed kan zo gedefinieerd worden als ik kijk naar God en hij kijkt naar mij, zonder woorden.
And prayer can be defined as I look at God and God looks at me without words.
Dus en in die ervaring ontstaat er innerlijke vrede.
And in that experience, inner peace will emerge.
Op een bepaald moment heb ik de kans gekregen om deel te nemen aan een uitwisseling tussen christelijke en boeddhistische monniken in Japan. Dus zen-monniken.
At a certain moment I've had the opportunity to participate in an exchange program between Christian monks and Zen monks in a monastery in Japan.
Dus dat was heel intens, want we mediteerden 14 uur per dag.
This was very intensive because we meditated 14 hours per day.
En dat heeft diepe sporen in mij nagelaten in de goede zin.
And this has left very deep imprints in myself in a positive way.
En dus dat is voor mij nog altijd een dagelijkse oefening waar ik enorm mee vergroeid ben.
And this is still a daily practice for me, with which I'm very, which has become part of me.
En dus ik voel me zeer vereerd hier in dit midden uitgenodigd te zijn en dat maakt mij heel blij.
I'm very honored to be invited in this group here today, and it makes me very, very happy.
Want ik heb enorm veel eerbied voor alle mensen die op een eerlijke manier op zoek gaan naar die diepe vrede in onszelf.
Because I have a lot of respect for people who are searching for that deep peace in themselves.
En ik heb gehoord dus dat er een grote bezorgdheid is om de huidige wereldsituatie waarin vrede zoek is.
I heard that there is a lot of concern about the current situation in the world where peace has been lost.
En ik denk dat het heel belangrijk is dus dat alle mensen proberen tot die innerlijke vrede te komen om eigenlijk vrede te realiseren op aarde.
And I think it's very important that all human beings try to achieve, to realize that inner peace in order to come to peace in the world.
En ik hoop dat alle volken van alle religies, van alle strekkingen, dus dat die eigenlijk op zoek gaan naar die innerlijke vrede en solidair zijn.
And I hope that all monks from all traditions and all religions keep on searching for that inner peace in themselves and that we contribute to a better world.
Dus ik ben zeer dankbaar en ik zal altijd aan jullie blijven denken in dankbare gebeden.
So I'm very grateful, and I will always continue to think about you in grateful peace.
Amen.
One, universal humanitarianism is essential to solve global problems. 2. Compassion is a pillar of world peace. 3. All world religions are already for world peace in this way, as are all humanitarians of whatever ideology. 4. Each individual has a universal responsibility to shape institutions to serve human needs. 가른치.
요스키와 대지고를 넣어주지 넣어주 다시 빼앗고요. 등이 체리고 체리 개발해. 등이 이게도 개인들이 따로 배 돌려도 돌려놓으라. 또 미세를 그대로 개표해. 어때도 나도 니들이 돌려대 지지체 보여. 인류 배요 말이야. 된 지지체 보여. 소마표에 디카르 등이 이시 가시 요 예를 들어 파트 미라체라 이템이 다마 이식을 남아지면서 마소 등이 대 파트 차트체를 또데 브루스 깔로 하나 좀 노비치소 투조 깔로 단다 스쿼티 투조 파트 미라체 칸이 파트 미라체 다리 돌려라 데데시지라 저도들이 대기는 나도 니 돌려데 속게야 또 가리스나 구사초 다티파 넘버리라 니까레다 데토 너무 메테지니 반디고 넘바데 리운도로 모체도 라체지 표시어 있던 인타리 때내가 치는들 있는들이지 추토해서 소비를 채워져야 그래야 채워놓지 단단 그러면서 이나가 다리 뭐 빼먹어 패시 지지 뭐는 나오빠나 니 돌려데 꽤 개청벌에 구사초 안에 있는 돌려서 미마를 좋아했지 놓치 고도배 가는데 테마 뭐 수가 필름한테 치수를 대 돌려 추세 깐노들이 제가 이제 가서 돌려나 다리 추래도 놓치 못해 저래 미마지 때는 까고 놀랄 세례피 강이나 추모인 거도 또 놓치 못해 된다대 하고 좀 개쳐주어라 이제 마오반디 돌려 거주래 미마 고모모 요지 노로 나오 세셔이 티세 거음에 정말 세리로지
Kyabje Yongzin Rinpoche chola ko sha ke to ne ante de la mise ranya pada rumpuci. Angkara ina ranya pada rumpuci jawa kampui. Hajim ngone saju sebagai jawa li sama rumpuci jesu. Ngasan shumbui. Ambisi ke kunde tanda yushu ke ta yushu na Catholic. Tanda kongye ngote nandu kan te song. Belgium 나로 유슈를 추대 아니 Catholic tradition 했지. 얘도 아주 배워서 산에 욕해지. 니빠다 컨트리 쇼나 돈을 제고 그래. 돈을 제발라 시제 고런 로다 대하고 고. 그 가르서 땅 belgium Catholic 주주의 좀 맞지레스. 아니 메세트나 Catholic 주주 나로야 주로 대세 가시죠. 지 베네딕트레도 어디. 난 공들데 베네딕트 라마레도 메세게 되게 쉬어야 아니 공 아고도 조조체 아니 공부 되게 근데 여러 좀 구사하래요 안 사모비비 근데 사마 안 맞아 되게 받다 사마 정말 되게 쉬어야 근데 되게야 나네 추도 체리가 거때 비세 지 쉬어야 차게 이제다 고토에지게 요 말을 되게 또 도지나 네 개체 쉬어야 쉬어야 찍대 Kyabje Ling Rinpoche. Antana ngaju samen dulen je ya golu chunchu yima. Ani shano gu kunshe dege de ta ngaju lama tsende je ke chache tsama tsande ba jike. Ni ne duji le ya yawar muche kala nalo uskar na yor sena. Ani Kyabje Ling Rinpoche ta kama pa ni dule shu ne. Ani dule yudu kala. Mahu pa na sarwa. 나 매비 참소 최니기 니기 게 시고레스케니 간나샤가 돈나로 게다도 남아서 몸에 세유레팅 이두간에 게다나 제질로 보지 랑은에 던지게 통계 신데 매바지 이제 말해 주더라고 나 이따 맞은 몽소도 문에 딱 계시 딱 여러 보지 구사지 맞주 베베지 존나로 여러 보지 구사지 야고 위나 딱 제질로 보지 띵한자 하고로 이두간에 내가 가사 배수슈가 짜두간은 알아서 되게 사마 상가시기 배수슈가 짜도록 말하기가 뽑으려고 지냈어 이두간에 니법다 나도 사무당 왜 찍대 가라를 세나 알아서 뒤존대야다 제절이는 것이야 소부다네 다 자로 붙이기 고사랑한 제네 쇼가와 가서 잡혀 가라 노야 가라 되게 돼야다 출장하지 마이 봐 토모게 알아서 냠제게 레카카를 제고 그러면 참들 간데 두고 그러면 대딩 돌아 게 집합시다 제도시 예로 지시네 몽소게 뒤져서 쏘다베이나 안짜jel리 루부체게 꾸이 다 나주 셰사 마시는 누파데 이거 신도나는 체면으로 소네 게시 제jel리 루부체게 자와르부체게 아파게라 젠지다웨나다 야오르부체게 툭 우바제다 찍다 디 시행지 대 당까지 요바이나 내수 가득지를 토바이나 제젤루부체가 타치의 야오르부체 당까 남게디 차비래 이두가는 계속 만주 못주 나는다 야오르부체라 자차자니 짝한거지게 로데 요바이나 아니 제젤루부체라 자차자만 로데 제고에 딱 디디지게 요바이 근데 이두가나 디만주 소중기 도다tam시 레이마 딩아주 우르로네 코차jel루부체 코차이스네 쿠샤바치 레데요 디 자와루부체 상기 샤주 납샤베 리추루부체게 양지 영시 크메지레데요 이자 만주 니퍼다 다니 소드라바 다니 소스나다 칸나나도 뜻도하다 자와루부체 코차랑지라 만주 소노타 마우바리 제jel루부체 랑위네자 자와루부체 랑기 안세바트레데게데 장토이지 띵아라주 사명문에 다 쏘다고 그래야 돼. 니네 아따다 자와카모파 단다 시제를 쇼는 주패도도. 계시 자와카모파 이바이나야. 자와르부지가 까하와데 이를 잡고 요바이나. 나무네 맞아 저나로 주패. 다들 맞아 냠차를 두가 드리지라. 아니 시제라. 아니 소수 그 요사제를 쇼되지 땅을 아니 산에 가와패나 찍데스데스 제만디도 찍데스데스 시행케 유대요. 내가 저 미시초 유도가는 사만나가 다바지 용말. 이 유도가라 주패네 제제리로 붙여다 까먹어니게 먼저 저소 나로 여러 체계 통계 되게 돌아게 최소지 시도가이나 아마도 시도돼 짜대야 주지 뭐지 야 수토야 랑토에 지 제가 전부 요래해서 다들이 지게 그러 그래도 나중에 내주 가시 주시나 말이죠. 다다 배자도 차샤베는 아주 전조시 가서 시지 쪽과 나로 배배시 쪽 표치로 요사게 지도 지라도 안 넘바 추추 된제야고 아마도 배바 되게 돼 배출 상태고 다 예사 전결해도 이두까지 가사기능에 제대되게 추초 나로라 만들어도 보고 계시는 맞다가 나주다 제비다 주라는 거 건드는 것이 지어요. 어제 제도가라 망쳐발로 주니 조선 주식장을 지로 바라래도 혼주역에 수지와 나타날 때 이도가라 혼주 비게 시라 마시라 내 주라 돈을 요라 말아 손자 같은 거 죽고다는 거 보러 근데 레미도다 드리레미도 혼주게 되면 오빠 나타 나로라 프로페서 제보 차토야기 남제유게 가리나 장통케 장고세게 근데 이 쪼나다 세쇼니 샤다래 디 마우바 배장 디 배장나라 배배치 손디 마우바 가도 배기 세쇼 싸바지 제토야 자체자도 안 소환해서 나바주 간데데 이마시 오늘 디 가도 계시 버리시 나바주 디 니바다 세네샤고도 땅아주 죽고도 저기 시제게 시 잠지마도 계시게 말해 삼아 배게 타레 토레 시 다음에 계시게 말해 삼아이나 이 소소소 죽을 때 돈주로 올살 가사게 콘주 지와 나타날 때니 닝닐셔는 콘주를 잡아 쳐버려서 오스게 또 쉬어야지. 안더니 아니 인지게 창조의 생각이 지시 좋아지와 안다다 계세되게 되게 송어도 당연히 인지게 잘해 맞죠. Let me say some words in English. Some friends here. So I request to Tibetans should be respect to other religion, other tradition. For example, in Belgium, originally the religion is Catholic, right? So when I was in Italy, I often attended the prayer in Catholic monastery, as I told you. So also I feel wonderful when I was in Catholic monastery. The monks, how they practice. Even those monks are, most of them are older than 70 years, but they are very healthy. Not in problem to diabetes, blood pressure. Also, we can see on the face, not in stress. I think that's the power of religion. Also, I really appreciate they work very hard. Actually, in Catholic monastery, they have 3 principles. One is the monks cannot be sexual. And second, monks should be work for 6 hours. Right? 6 hours. 6 hours. But the monastery, the monks told me, but yeah, we have to work 6 hours, but now we cannot. At least 2 hours. Oh, it's enough. I think it's enough. And then third principle, the 6 or 7 times prayer, yeah, in church. So I was attended except first AM. It was so difficult for me. I was slept always at the first AM. Actually, monks always wake up and then they go to each church and then prayer and first AM. So Tibetans in Belgium, if you know a little bit Catholic religion or Catholic culture, it's very important to connect Buddhism, Catholic, or also the Tibetan culture, Belgian culture connect to very important. Also, this is always something worship. And then I asked your leader Rinpoche to come about. Please, you should take more responsibility at this moment. Because now, as we can see, the Isolans are very old, and the Tibetans are spread all across the world. So this time we have a leader, all Tibetan follow, and then those leaders' power, energy is very important to our community to unite, to solidarity, to make activity very strongly in the on our world. So that's why I request to hear Rinpoche come about to more take responsibility in the future. On the Tibetans should be more request and more what should I say, more follow in future Rinpoche and come about. And then here the Getsetala requests me to do something in science and religion, but I think here is not time to explain science and religion. Maybe later we can discuss more detail. Anyway, I want to very important sample de peva sample to teach you and number soma ngetana because you beja peva to champoshada yo mare to the shape to the ngetana the dikangi remito kasa Getsetala literature jelo ma chama pe ngela koti nangke tati che lega chinga na ma choga su pinda to samban na ma ro ante ma se Getsete ge na ju chu so la choga su ge pada sama pe nyamru ge lega che ya da sama su ya da tati che sama che ro ani ma de tomo ge mo dami ju sa lo mo go ja to da ma sama shu chi mo ro ane ma de lama che mo pe do ga de che ni ro che na ma tomo ge ku se nyam da re idu ka de ma ju le ja yu ta 이두 갈라가를 가지고 내주 카시에게 제베 직 나로 단질라 만들어 괜찮은 좀이 찌조나게 투모래 마도 만지 집게 말해 남이 지라잖아요 가르고 주면 되는 것도 이두 갈에 가지고 못도 봐요 살게 두세지 주네 디파 참샤 아니 된디게야 대세베 내주 이바도 셀에 되잖아 참아 나자 잘어 대먹고 있지 야 드리디 소데세 소라 내주 사바들은 뭐죠 간다 만지 좀 가세 참고요나 내가 좀 전화를 내가 좀 캐내래 나로는 정보 매일 끼지 대만에 내가 좀 좋아했어서 생나로 마시러 놓지 막아시 뒤쪽을 마오가를 좀 가서라도 딱 왜냐면 다다가 좋아했어서 이두가는 남았죠 고사 게 소소레레 뭐네 로고 쳇다지 근데 베리 뻗다세 대 나로를 좋아서 얘네 이사하지 생그 띵에 동자를 자샤이나 그렇게 요구하죠 나님은 road gende pe pecha sama tatsane sache ni makaju na ro shu konju pete ge ge pete shu dos chebe ro chedu kane tambo je tunga pe tawa da mantu na chi ke sosu mena mate sa ani shu so ta mai mone jina nelu ra to bi do kane khelo ma thona je ko chela mi go ba da ge ro ye do kane je zin jobe yu pon ro so nelu do tama je sosu nyo la pe ma ji na mi cha she je khele ge yis chene je zin jobe yu pon ro so ba yi 그 뒤에 소대 맞아 추주고 간체치를 들어봐야나 제가네 다나고 쉬 마마 이슈 고바테서 나로도네 까르나 샤코시 마데 되고요 콘주년도 되나 지강이는 무슨 가야도 까르 직스서 떠나다 지금 마도 만들었겠어요나 아 저를 제가 쏘다니 그다음에 이슈 고마니마 담보된 로이니 뭐 공다 센터 밀롱 예리 따예때 기사게 계시다가 밀롱 또 괜찮을 땅 들어 어디야 저를 제가 쏘다기 제리 이 캠프가 아주 리슈 사바지나 헛간 줄이도 가라 직선나 이나 님아 담보들 도시 근데 쇼는 같으시면 이나 아주 로고 쳐서 제네 내가 맞게 봐이나 전도 너무 많다 너도 해나 이두가는 나버스 내가 나시 못되네 그래서 완전 놓고라 로고 쳐서 제 그리고 제가 로고 쳐서 제네 탈람 뒤에 돌아이나 내가 좀 해야 되네 참아로 세리 미세 아니 자질로 뭐지 구세 유니가 때문에 아마 배도 쉬기 세리
시루 땡길링기 고지나무에 전에요 갑나베토 주교경으로 공부조 저질링 치죠 라고지름 제초 안티마인도 네 말아줘 당가 이슈기 라마 안디죠 아니 잡내 견디기데 아니 말아줘데 배전 산에게 미마다 아니 타다 네 고야라 치베나 초다카니야 필리핀다데 페이스레 나부 상말라 라셀 통가다 아니 마란게기 고잡슈니 산티드시케슈 Tarimdenga Gisela ki tawe chino kosekyam chungku choki zamling shide to zebakyam pikorna sekashich inge pori churches sonson tawe kyam ko buchegi zamling shide to zebakyam nge tabade kyosila shutsaya kiyo bi ribine kajutuktuchi Beijing, Julie. Sudah desinya nunggu. Antara dia training di tola. Cunu khas lagi kucap dende syagi. Beje namda ni bayi ada kaji cunu ada juru ni kucap apa macam mana ni bayi ni tapi istilah Shri Ling la di bizona badi langa ju shwe ni khajin shwe na ta ka langa ju chulu di la Ling da ani chulu bara di Shri Ling ko la chamli na ni ka ga guru che di tuge tamja shi na ne chicha di he di che ne mo pa la yi bai nei muthi ni di to bizona na shwe ni ani ta ta ri de ni ma ya khama ma tuna che boi thola Chirikasha and number Jolea, Roger Shuani, and Momalita, and Gishlagide, Running the Madarashi, Mutima Gure, and number Jolea, Momalita, Karina Chiche, Tuna Nache, Herona, Gijishuni. Kanye India Tone, Joseph Tona, Communication. His Eminence Ling Rinpoche, Zapatu Rinpoche, respected Brother Benedict. Dear Carl, venerable members of the Sangha, and dear Dharma friends, and dear fellow Tibetans. I'm very pleased to be back at Kama Sonam Yongzin Ling for, I think this is my third or fourth time here to join in the 5th debate organized by Yishitengela and Shirut Ling. I'd like to thank them for the warm invitation. I've been now asked to speak on His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's contributions to world peace, which in my view is immeasurable. I shall, however, try my best to elaborate on some of them. As we all know, following the Chinese invasion of Tibet, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama was forced to flee his homeland and seek refuge in India. Despite facing numerous challenges and hardships, His Holiness has remained steadfast in his commitment to promoting peace and justice for all. His Holiness's contributions to world peace are multifaceted and far-reaching. Through his teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and non-violence, he has inspired individuals from all walks of life to cultivate inner peace and extend kindness to others. His emphasis on the importance of dialogue, understanding, and mutual respect has helped bridge cultural, religious divides, fostering a spirit of unity and cooperation. One of the key aspects of His Holiness's contribution to world peace is his unwavering commitment to non-violence and dialogue as a means to resolve conflicts. His Holiness firmly believes that violence only leads to more violence, and that true peace can only be achieved through peaceful means. His Holiness often emphasizes that the 21st century is a century of dialogue, and has relentlessly advocated for it as the only viable means to resolution of all conflicts. Consequently, after much deliberation and numerous discussions with all relevant stakeholders, His Holiness formulated the middle way policy, a Buddhist concept seeking to avoid the two extremes. One extreme is the present situation of Tibet under the People's Republic of China, and the other extreme is seeking independence, which is a historical fact. This became the basis of our negotiations with the People's Republic of China in asking what sort of autonomy we are asking for, and this has also become the position of the Central Tibetan administration in resolving the Sino-Tibet conflict without having recourse to violence. Even in the face of extreme aggression, His Holiness has consistently advocated for non-violence, and if the Tibetan freedom struggle has remained non-violent for over 6 decades, it is solely due to His Holiness's steadfast commitment to and advocacy of non-violence and his unquestionable moral authority on his people living both in and outside Tibet. His Holiness's message of universal responsibility and oneness of humanity resonate with people from all walks of life, transcending political, cultural, and religious boundaries. His Holiness consistently reminds us only through compassion and inner peace can one spread peace in the world. Inner peace leads to a peaceful individual, and then this peaceful individual can build a peaceful family, then a peaceful community, and a peaceful world. His Holiness's advocacy for human rights is another significant aspect of his contributions to world peace. He has been a vocal advocate for human rights, speaking out against injustice, oppression, and violence. His unwavering commitment to the Tibetan people and other marginalized communities has brought much needed attention and has galvanized support for their cause. He has engaged in diplomatic efforts to promote dialogue and reconciliation, working tirelessly to resolve conflicts and promote peace. In addition, His Holiness has also played a key role in promoting harmony among different religions. He has met with leaders from various religious traditions to promote mutual respect and cooperation, emphasizing the common values that unite humanity. His efforts to bridge the gap between different faiths and cultures have helped to promote harmony and understanding in a world that is often divided by religious and cultural differences. Whenever His Holiness travels, His Holiness prioritizes meetings and exchanges with leaders of other faiths. Furthermore, His Holiness has also established numerous initiatives and organizations dedicated to promoting peace and compassion. I'll name just a few. One of them is Kyabje Yongzin Foundation, which aims to promote basic human values, mutual understanding among religions, peace, non-violence, and the protection of the environment. And the other one is the Foundation for Universal Responsibility, established by His Holiness, which helps people everywhere focusing on assisting non-violent methods, on improving communication between religion and science, on securing human rights and democratic freedoms, and conserving and restoring our Mother Earth. And the Mind and Life Institute, founded in 1987, brings together scientists, philosophers, and contemplative practitioners to explore the intersection of science and spirituality. The Dalai Lama Center for Peace and Education, established in 2005, seeks to foster a culture of peace through education and dialogue. His Holiness the Dalai Lama's influence extends far beyond his role as a spiritual leader. As many of you will remember, His Holiness is one of the first Nobel laureates to advocate for environment. He is truly a visionary world leader ahead of his times. His teachings and actions had profound impact on global consciousness, inspiring individuals, communities, and leaders to embrace values of peace, compassion, and understanding. His Holiness's contributions to world peace, as I said earlier, are immeasurable. It is in recognition of this monumental work, His Holiness was conferred the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989 and many other prestigious awards, such as the Congressional Gold Medal that followed after. In conclusion, despite being recognized as an emblematic figure of peace and human wisdom globally, His Holiness views himself primarily as a simple Buddhist monk committed to serving humanity. His Holiness's mission is to alleviate suffering of all sentient beings and promote happiness through the cultivation of love and compassion. Lastly, please join me in wishing His Holiness a very long and healthy life, and may He continue to guide us through these turbulent times. Thank you very much. Belgium, Sanela, Kyabje Yongzin Ling Rinpoche, Shabra Samede, Sonam, Resomito, Digidu, Ruchelaya, Fuchena, Chude Chanson, Anibon, Yasi, Tugarana, Shen, Tifana, Tima, Kongala, Chunabina, and Kuvetis New Fuchena.
Good morning, Domicila, and good morning to everyone here. I hope you're all doing well. I'm Yongzin Ling. I'm very honored and happy to be here, reading this short story of Ling Domicila in front of every one of you in English. In the introduction, I'm going to talk a little bit about His Eminence's predecessor, because he was the main teacher of the Dalai Lama when the Dalai Lama was a little boy, until 1983, when the sixth Ling Rinpoche unfortunately passed away. His Eminence, the seventh Kyabje Yongzin Ling Rinpoche, was born in Meklotganj, Dharamshala in 1985. And in 1987, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama recognized him as the reincarnation of His Holiness the 6th Yongzin Ling Rinpoche. This was a very important occasion, because not only can His Eminence's lineage be traced back to the time of Buddha Shakyamuni, but also, as the Dalai Lama's principal teacher, the 6th Ling Rinpoche held a very influential and important position in both India and Tibet. He accompanied the Dalai Lama when he fled into exile in India, and it's worth noting that the Dalai Lama refers to him as his root guru. The head of the Gelugpa tradition, he was a highly qualified and widely renowned Buddhist master, whose students included lamas, dugus, and geshes from all the traditions of Tibetan Buddhism. The close connection between His Holiness the Dalai Lama and the sixth Yongzin Rinpoche is perhaps best illustrated by this short story about His Eminence's discovery. When the discovery was reported to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he asked for Tenzin Chupak to be brought to his residence for further testing. His Holiness remarked, "When I met the boy for the first time, I had no doubts about his identity. He behaved in a way that made it obvious he knew me, although he showed the utmost respect. He acted just as his predecessor had done. It was clear he knew his way around my residence. When he came into my study, he showed immediate familiarity with one of my attendants, who at the time was recovering from a broken leg. This tiny person was very serious when he presented Kusho Lobsangawa with a kata. Then in full laughter and childish giggles, he picked up one of his crutches and ran around, carrying it as if it were a flag time. His Holiness concluded this was the unmistaken incarnation and confirmed his perception with additional divination. In October 1987, Tenzin Chupak was enthroned in a ceremony on the seat of his predecessor. Everyone present was impressed by his composure and dignity, even though he was less than 2 years old. His Holiness attended the event and remarked, "I felt a great sense of joy now that Chokchu Rinpoche has come to occupy the seat of Lama Dorjichang. I stayed for lunch with him, and as I got into the car to leave, I met his forehead. The young child held onto a part of my robe and wanted to come with me. Once again, this reinforced my faith and conviction that this too was the continuous care and loving kindness of my root guru." In 1990, Rinpoche entered Debung Monastic University's Yongzin College, commenced monastic studies at the age of 10, and completed his Geshe degree in 2016. He then enrolled at Yudu Tantric College in Dharamshala, India, in April 2017 for a year of Tantric studies that traditionally follows the completion of a Geshe degree. He completed his studies in February 2018 when he was 32 years old. However, long before he became a Geshe or a Buddhist master, Rinpoche started teaching, and during his relatively short life, he has taught throughout Asia, Europe, North America, Israel, Australia, and New Zealand. He has also been involved organizing and attending many important Buddhist events all over the world. These are too numerous to go into detail here, though I'll mention just a few of the more important ones. In 2004, His Eminence participated in the Mind and Life Institute dialogues held in India between His Holiness the Dalai Lama and scientists on a variety of topics, such as physics, neuroplasticity, and destructive emotions. In 2005, Rinpoche attended international events dedicated to preserving Buddhist traditions on the World Peace Puja in Bodh Gaya, and in 2011, the International Conference on Vinaya in Varanasi. His Eminence also organized His Holiness the Dalai Lama's historic series of Chengchu Blam teachings on the 18 classic stages of the path to enlightenment. These teachings were held at Sera, Debung, Gande, and Dashi Rinpoche monasteries between 2015 and 2012, with approximately 40,000 people from 65 to 70 countries attending each year. In 2017, His Eminence joined His Holiness the Dalai Lama and other Buddhist leaders at a 3-day international Buddhist conference on the relevance of Buddhism in the 21st century, organized by the Indian Government Ministry of Culture and the Nava Nalanda Mahavihara. Since that time, he has organized or attended many important Buddhist events, notably Sri Lanka and India, Mongolia, and Russia. In November 2023, he visited Vietnam and concluded the year by presiding over Labaki Monlam in Bodh Gaya, where he also participated in the World Peace Prayer led by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Thank you all for your attention. I hope you enjoyed listening to my short story and have a very nice weekend ahead. Thank you.